Welcome to the Season 21 SFL All-Star Game presented by APM Music from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm Cameron Irvine. A night like no other as we're back at Zolnir Championship Field, but tonight it's the best of Season 21. They're all out here on the field, east and west, about to do battle, and we are ready to go. All the fans in the stands from all the SFL teams represented here tonight. Alongside Ethan Muslin, who is doing old school stats, Mike O'Neill, Rochelle Colston. I'm Cameron Irvine. We start with Rochelle Colston because she is the all-star guru. She and her crew put these teams together out here on the field. I know there were difficult decisions all over the place, Ray, but it's going to be a great game tonight.
Like you said, Cam, it is the best of the best, and it was like total number crunching because some of these players were so close in stats. Lots of decisions, but this should be a great game.
Mike O'Neill, first all-star game in the 4K23 era. This is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy, Cam. We've got the best of the best on the field tonight. I mean, anytime your starting backfields are Charlie Boletsky, Colin Hart, T-Roy Gaines, Logan Lee, DJ Moses, and Buford Van Dam, I'd say that's going to be a pretty interesting game.
We're all ready to go. The ball's on the tee. The hands in the air. Kick it. We are underway from Cincinnati in the Season 21 All-Star Game. And this is a return for the West all the way up to the 29-yard line. That's Doug Britton on the return on the kickoff. And here we go. This is always the most difficult part of the All-Star Game. We got a ton of players. They're all wearing different numbers. It may take us a hot minute to get them all situated, but we do know our two quarterbacks for the West rotating tonight. Marcus Dunhill out of Fort Worth, Ty Patak out of Seattle. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the West. Wearing black tonight. The East is in gold. The handoff on the first carry of the game goes to DJ Moses. The second, Dunhill's wearing 16 tonight. Ty's wearing 11. Logan Lee is number 30. DJ Moses, number 29. Buford Van Dam, number 48 out of Mexico City. You could see more numbers and names of the West starting lineup scrolling across the bottom of your screen. We'll go to second down and 6 now with 3 in the backfield for the West. And the handoff goes to Logan Lee, and Logan Lee around the right side as a first down and more past the 40 to the 46-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Logan Lee just doing what he's been doing all season long there. Getting outside, he gets a great pull on the outside by the outside line or by the offensive lineman, and just really just breaking a tackle on the edge and setting the edge. I mean, that's what got him at the status to make the All-Star game, Cam.
Michelle, Logan Lee, offensive player of the year this season, Season 21.
He's had a great season. He's had 269 attempts for almost 1,700 yards, and he averages about 6 yards per carry.
Moses going to get this carry and pick up 3 to bring up a second down and 7. If you're just joining us, the West in the gold helmets, all black jerseys and the white numbers. The East is in the black helmets, all gold jerseys, black numbers. Both teams with the white trim. Marcus Dunhill's back in. We've yet to see a pass so far from the West. 2 carries for Moses, 1 for Lee. They'll go split backs with 3 receivers now on second down and 7. 8:45 to go in the opening quarter, opening drive for the West. Dunhill will hand it off again. That's Logan Lee. So split carries for Lee and Moses the second to start this ball game.
Yeah, Lee does a good job running between the tackles there. He had most of his success outside the numbers this season, running to the outside, but definitely can get it done in between the tackles.
Third down and 4 will we see our first pass of the night. They need the East 44 for a first down. Nope, it's going to be a run to Moses, and Moses is not going to get there. So the East makes a stop on the tackle. For the East was Gary Clem, number 41 out of Louisiana. That'll force an early punt.
Yeah, Gary Clem's a sideline-to-sideline linebacker in this league and really did a great job just stuffing the run there. It's not easy with those opposing running backs, but he did a great job there, getting his offense out on the field here.
This punt almost stopped at the 1 yard line by Delaney Nash, the league's MVP. Now, wouldn't that have been something if the league's MVP would have put the East on the 1 yard line to start this ball game? So, the East, Ron Cochran and John Lakeman, Ray. A lot of quarterback talent in the West. This was a clear-cut decision in the East.
Definitely a clear cut. There was no one even near close to Ron Cochran's stats this season. So
John Lakeman starts off, and he goes down, sacked by Arizona's Nathaniel Diggs, a loss of 4.
Nathaniel Diggs does a great job getting around the outside. The tackle's like carried up there and just does a really good job getting around the end and setting the edge and getting to the quarterback.
There's a look at some names and numbers on the starting lineup for the East. Cochran wears number 4 tonight, Lakeman 10, Charlie Boletsky 36, Colin Hart 25, and T-Roy Gaines is number 38. This is Lakeman back to throw deep passes through the hands of the intended receiver. That pass intended for Ryan Roosevelt. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Coverage was just too tight there. A little overthrown by Cochran. Maybe after getting sacked on that previous down, he was just a little bit flustered. So this is exactly what the West wants to do to get Cochran shaken up.
3rd down and 14. Lakeman's back in, carrying this drive so far. And Lakeman shuffles to his right, fires down the field. It's caught. 1st down. Kyle Fenimore out of Atlanta, their lone all-star, makes the catch and keeps the drive alive for the East.
Kyle Fenimore does a great job here, really just running a post route, going across all the way to the opposite hash mark and just finding an open space in front of the safety. Really good job. Kyle Fenimore's been excellent this season doing exactly that.
Now we're going up to the 41-yard line. That's a big 25-yard pass there from Lakeman.
Thanks, Ethan. Handoff to Colin Hart. Picks up 7 yards. And Ray, while Colin Hart was on a team that won a division, they finished 4-8. He had a pretty good season.
yes, he did, Cam. He had 330 attempts for 1,700 yards, averaging like 5 yards a carry.
Boletsky, a near MVP candidate, obviously won that championship with Florida just a month ago, along with Cochran. It's still Lakeman out there on this opening drive. The pitch out goes to Boletsky, and Boletsky's going to manage to get the 1st down before being wrapped up by Garrett Hudson on the other side for the West.
Garrett Hudson tasked with a really, really difficult task there in tackling Charlie Boletsky, and really does a great job there to prevent that from being a bigger gain.
1st down and 10. It's still Lakeman out there for the East. 6:08 to go in the 1st on the East's opening drive. The handoff goes to Hart, and Colin Hart finds some space for a pickup of about 6 yards. Let's try and get to the rest of that East offense. We talked about the backfield. Wide receivers out there. Ivory Irvin from Baltimore, Connor Weston from Jacksonville, Ryan Roosevelt from Indianapolis, Fenimore from Atlanta, Doug Spelling from Queen City, returners Jay Viper from Indy, Joe Beasley from Jacksonville, Sam Harrison from D.C., tight ends Lauren Percoco from the Dragons and James Matthew Jr. from Queen City. This is a handoff to Boletsky short side, and he'll pick up a couple. Garrett Hudson with another stop for the West defense will set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Hudson's got Boletsky's number tonight, Cam. Really, 2 tackles back-to-back there. Just really good job of Garrett Hudson.
3rd down and 4 as the East try to be the first team to put up points here tonight. We saw West running on a 3rd and 4. This is a play action from Lakeman down the field. It's off the hands of Ryan Roosevelt and incomplete. So twice he was targeted on that opening drive, but he fails to haul one in, and the West defense gets a stop.
Yeah, really, really good job there by the defense coming up and breaking that up. Roosevelt was pretty open on the seam route there, but just couldn't hang on.
Delaney Nash, part of this West defense, Ray, and one of the big reasons why Delaney Nash ended up coming away with MVP is he was such a clear-cut all-star decision.
Yeah, he had an awesome season, Cam. He had 88 tackles, 12 assists, 12 TFLs, 2 sacks, 15 pass deflections, 6 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 3 interceptions returned for touchdowns.
Nash was incredible for Fort Worth, and Marcus Dunhill was as well. Stephen Hacker, part of this wide receiving core for the West that includes Gabriel Manning, D.R. Sim, Kay Marion, and Chris Lee. Returners Dylan Lewis, Scott Johnson, Doug Britton. That was Manning there that almost returned that punt. That pass is hauled in for a 7-yard pickup by Stephen Hacker. The first pass of the night for the West goes for 7.
Yeah, great job there. Just a quick slant, matched up one-on-one against Khalil Thomas, the outside linebacker. Anytime you got a receiver matched up on an outside linebacker, it's a easy go.
3 in the backfield on 2nd down and 3, 4:42 to go in the first. This is Manning going in motion, being followed by an East defender. They'll hand the ball off to Logan Lee around the left side, and Lee is quickly put down just after he got the first down. Tigga Clay out of Jacksonville with the stop. This defense for the East includes Chance Wall, Logan Gardner, Forrest Dalton, Mac Dre on the line. Khalil Thomas, Gary Clem, Kevin Brackett, Matthew Holford, and Danny Stinson in the linebacking area. The corners on the outside, Ryan Davidson, Ernest McRae Sr., Johnny Bravo, and Evan Arthur, as Moses gets another carry and runs into the slop. Khalil Thomas on the tackle. Safeties include Tank Bennett, Tigga Clay, Adrian Blaine, David Leathers. 2nd and 11 for the West.
Yeah, this defense is doing a really, really good job shoring up or clearing up that in between the tackle space right there, just clogging it up and not allowing the run game to go for anything. Wow.
Ty Patak to Stephen Hacker, picks up 9. 2nd catch for Hacker on this drive, and Patak got that one out there quickly. Rochelle, Ty Patak, Offensive Rookie of the Year, sensational. He is a dual threat.
He had over 3,000 passing yards on the season, Cam. He's had a crazy season for his first one.
Also set the quarterback rushing record this season with over 300 yards. Logan Lee takes a carry for the first down and popped by a number of those East defenders out there. That was Adrian Blaine, wearing number 39 tonight. Won a championship with Florida, now in Minnesota. The West tight ends include Bill Henry and Will Todd. On the line, Jaden Taylor, Patrick Kelly, Michael Percoco, Will Stevens, and Jabril Culpepper. Handoff to the fullback, Buford Van Dam, the Mexico City Aztec, picks up 6 yards.
Buford Van Dam is such a big-bodied fullback. It is so hard to stop him anytime he gets the ball, and especially right in between the tackles there. Really, really great job by the offensive line there, opening that up. And, man, he really makes an impact every time he's on the field.
2nd down and 4. Marcus Dunhill back in at quarterback out of the eye. That's Bill Henry off the left of the line. The handoff going to go to Logan Lee. And a beautiful job up front on the East defensive line. Thomas made the tackle, but was really pushed down by a defensive end.
Yeah, Patrick Kelly, the guard there, really getting the push and allowing the running back to get an extra 3 or 4 yards on that. So kudos to the guard there.
3rd down and 2, 2:10 to go in the first. Going in motion for the West is Hacker. He gets in tight. We've seen a lot of this early from the West. Handoff to Logan Lee. Lee's got a first down past the 45 to the 42-yard line. Lee and Moses splitting carries pretty evenly tonight as Logan Lee tries to get the crowd involved in this scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, it's been pretty split between both of them, Cam. But how about Buford Van Dam getting outside on that block there? I mean, that's just incredible job by the fullback.
2 backs and 2 receivers for the West on their second possession, nearly the end of the quarter. 7 in the box for the East. The handoff goes to Moses. Moses around the right side, or left side rather, breaks a tackle. Moses 25-20. DJ Moses the 2nd down inside the 10 and finally wrestled down to the 8-yard line. Recovering on the play was Khalil Thomas and Gary Clem, but too little too late as the West is the first team in the red zone.
Absolute amazing run by DJ Moses. Watch him juke the defender out of his shoes right there. Just a little stutter step right there, and immediately was taking the outside linebacker right there. Actually, it was a corner taking him out of the game. And absolutely amazing job by DJ Moses, just showing all the athleticism and showing exactly why he had the season he did.
Just an incredible run there. 33 yards from DJ Moses, longest of the day so far. He's at 43 on 4 attempts.
Thanks, Ethan, from the stat truck. Under a minute to go. First down and goal. Handoff to Lee and put down at the end of that play by Adrian Blaine. Rochelle Blaine, big part of Florida's championship success. We'll come back to Rochelle in a moment. 38 seconds to go in the first. Second down and goal. And the West, I'm kind of surprised, has been in this three-back set a lot here in the first quarter, and that'll set up a third down and goal. Logan Lee with the carry. Matthew Holford on the stop for the East, trying to get a goal line stand.
Yeah, Matthew Holford really coming in and sealing that off there. Does a really good job, as Logan Lee is not an easy man to take down.
Third down and goal. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Goal line look for the East. Can they get a stop? Handoff. Oh, yeah, Moses in the backfield. Got away. Touchdown for the West. I thought for sure the East had him. Moses with the first All-Star touchdown of the 4K23 ASG era.
Excellent job there by the offensive line to recognize where the blitzes were coming from. Really, really good job there. And excellent job by DJ Moses to break that tackle and get into the end zone. It was just a pretty much a walk-in after that broken tackle.
Yeah, Moses just added on to his yards. He had over 2,000 yards on the season. He averaged 6 yards per carry. He's just showing what he's made of today out there on the field.
The extra point is up and good for Brooke Brown out of Tulsa. 12-play, 79-yard drive. Eddie Gage asking if the adjusted playbook and stamina rules apply in the All-Star game. Everything's a little bit different tonight because of the enhanced rosters. We have fatigue universally toned down, so you'll see a lot of natural rotations out of all positions throughout the night. And then some revised playbook rules as well, as we try to get as many formations and players involved tonight as possible. That's why it's kind of a surprise that they have gone so heavy so much in the early going, Mike. But that's when preparing for the combine, we've been talking about number of variables that go into a game. You just never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get, and it really just depends. I mean, hey, if I had those running backs in the backfield, I'd probably run 80% of the time as well.
Final play of the quarter, John Lakeman back to pass, and Lakeman will fire it outside, caught, turning the corner, and going all the way to the 39-yard line for the East. An impressive play from Connor Weston out of Jacksonville for the first down.
Yeah, Connor Weston does a great job on this out route here, matched up one-on-one in man coverage with a linebacker, gets to the outside and is able to break upfield, and really just the athleticism. That's the only difference there. That's why that game was so big.
That was Nathaniel Diggs chasing, and that is the end of the first quarter. The West leads the East 7-0 here in the Season 21 SFL. All-Star game presented by APM Music. Zolnir Championship Field at Cincinnati, Ohio. The field is freshly painted. The uniforms are freshly made. And we've got plenty of people to thank here once we get the second quarter rolling. Start of the second frame, 7-0 West. East has the football. That is Ivory Irvin going in motion. I formation here for the East. Nickel look for the West, wearing all black. East in gold as Lakeman drops to pass. That pass is caught. First down, Ivory Irvin around the midfield logo.
Cam, you cannot give Ivory Irvin that much space. These corners were playing 10 yards off. Even after Ivory Irvin went in motion, just playing 10 yards off, just runs a dig route and literally gets matched up against a linebacker there. That is a mismatch all day.
9:40 to go in the first half. Pauly Truth, your uniform designer. Jacob Clear helped with the rosters. Thomas Paternity is your head coach in the West. Axel Raven is your head coach in the East as Boletsky gets thrown backwards after a loss about half a yard. The tackle made by Nathaniel Diggs. The selection committee for the SFL All-Star Game includes Rochelle Colston, Stephen Hacker, Skippy Curtis, Yogi Barr, Ron Haynes, Terrell Sutherland. And if you want to get involved in the All-Star proceedings, please reach out to Stephen Hacker or Rochelle Colston so that they can put you on the list for next season. 2nd down and 10 as Lakeman, who's been dominating snaps so far, throws and nearly throws an interception. Look at Max Jackson, Mike O'Neill. He set an SFL record for all-star games and continues to do so, and this guy balls out every time.
Yeah, Max Jackson does an excellent job there. Connor Weston went in motion over there, and Max Jackson knew it was coming, right? Anytime you got a safety playing in the box like that, he does just that. Gets his hand up in the air, creates a pass deflection.
3rd and 10, 5 wide here for the East, and that's Ron Cochran's first snap of the night, and Cochran is blasted, incomplete, destroyed, looking for Ivory Irvin down the field. 2 players on opposite sides of the SFL championship game. That'll bring up a 4th down, and the West will get the football back.
Man, this West defense is really, really showing out here tonight, Cam.
So the punt from Marcus Agrippa out of Florida. We'll try to coffin corner this. Fair catch called for at the 15-yard line. And somebody just popped the top. Thanks for not muting your mic. And it's 1st down. Rochelle, what are you drinking tonight?
Happy All-Star game, everybody.
Coke Zero.
You and my wife would get along just fine. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Sorry.
Back to pass, Marcus Dunhill. That is caught. Gabriel Manning, 1st down about the 30-yard line as the West opens it up just a bit.
Yeah, really good job breaking off of that coverage by Manning there. Just a really good job. Just running a dig route, I believe. And just, yeah, I mean, look at him on the outside. Watch him break that. Good route there. I mean, anytime. This is what Gabriel Manning does. This is why he's so successful in this league and why he's made it here so often.
Rochelle, honestly, I thought it was Mike O'Neill that was opening up the drink, but I guess I've underestimated you. 8:26 to go in the first half. Split backs, 3 wide. This is number 84, DR Sim, going in motion. Not used to seeing that. Low-lettered last name wearing 84. I thought it was Josh Gill out there for a split second. Logan Lee takes the handoff for a 3-yard gain. Gets helped up by Michael Percoco, who is now in D.C. Big pickup for the Dragons.
Big tackle there by Tega Clay. Just shout out because that was a really, really good cleanup play.
2nd down and 7, type attack in the ball game. 7:53 to go. West up 7-0. Handoff on the outside. DJ Moses the second is going to get blasted just shy of the 1st down. Tank Bennett out of Louisiana with a monster hit.
God, that hit just summed up the name of that player, right? Tank Bennett. That's exactly what you think of whenever you think of a hard-hitting safety, and that's exactly what it did there.
3rd down and inches. East needs a stop. Everybody's in the box, and that's a 1st down. Logan Lee will be wrapped up by Adrian Blaine playing cleanup duty, but Lee finds the 1st down marker. The drive continues for the West.
Just another between the tackles run. I mean, they've been doing this all night, and just, man, that 1-2 punch between Lee and Moses is pretty dangerous, Cam.
1st down and 10. Toss play out to Moses. Dangerous play and quickly bottled up there by the East defense. David Leathers and company on the stop. Rochelle, throughout the All-Star process, what was probably the most difficult decision or one of the most difficult decisions out there?
The quarterback situation in the West, Cam, it was brutal.
Type attack, Marcus Dunhill. Who else was involved in the conversation?
Sully Richardson, Johnny Pickler. It was amazing. It was like a 5-way tie at one point.
Pass incomplete there, looking for Manning. That was broken up by Ryan Davidson out of Florida. Big 3rd and 7 here.
Yeah, Ryan Davidson really doing a good job in coverage early on in this game, and man, it's fun to watch, isn't it, Cam? All these all-stars out here.
Yeah, I've already got a headache. This is what the All-Star game does to the crew, broadcast crew, but it's a lot of fun. Type attack, dropping back to pass. Patak tried to take off and run and gets destroyed. Mac Dre with the takedown says you are not going to scramble on us, and the East gets a big stop.
Yeah, Mac Dre really doing a good job just winning his battle there. Look at that swim move and getting to the outside. Type attack is somebody who can take off with it and will take off with it. Great job by shutting him down there by Mac Dre.
Can we get to triple digits for this All-Star game? I know it would mean the world to all of us and all of everyone who is involved in this discussion. If your teammates or your friends are not here and want to watch a great football game, we got a good one going on right now between the East and the West All-Stars. That return by Harrison up to the 19-yard line. Sam Harrison was a brilliant returner this season for the DC Dragons and sets up the East on the 20.
The East have got to get something going here. They've got to really, really get something going. I mean, between Cochran and Lakeman, I want to see some more passing out of this. I want to see some, deep shots. I would love to see a deep shot. You've got Ivory Irving and Connor Weston out there. I mean, really have an opportunity here.
8 in the box here for the West. And they'll hand it off. A quickly broken tackle by Beletsky, but shooting the gap almost immediately. Nathaniel Diggs having himself a night in the backfield. Beletsky picks up 5.
Nathaniel Diggs has really, really been making a bigger name for himself in this All-Star game. I mean, when you're playing against these caliber players across the board, really doing a great job.
And Cam, every receiver on the East team has 977 yards or better.
Wow, that's impressive. Nearly 5,000 yards of receiving on the field as Beletsky got one, wrapped up by Maurice Lloyd on the tackle.
Even their tight end has over 1,000. Lauren Percoco and James Matthew Jr. has 977. So literally every receiving person on this team.
3rd down and 6. Lakeman out there with 4 wide.
Oh, good
and
route.
Lakeman is going to be sacked. Sacked from behind, taken down by Achilles Papatonis, the league leader in sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Achilles Papatonis just stopped a huge, huge play. The slot receiver on the outside had free release because of a fake screen. And that, I don't know, I didn't see who it was on the slot receiving position, but excellent job by Achilles Papatonis because he could have just prevented a touchdown there.
Michelle, you've been involved with plenty of All-Star games, and you know this is what it is like. It is so difficult to score against these incredible players out on the field. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happens when we get down to it. Manning, by the way, has stolen the show in the kick return game. This is totally like Gabriel Manning to just say, you know what, I'll just do it myself, even though I wasn't necessarily designated to do so tonight. He gets about a handful.
You just can't stop Manning. I mean, he gets paid the money he gets paid for a reason, Cam.
Does what he wants. Type attack is the quarterback to start the drive at the 41-yard line. Halfway through the second quarter, the West has a 7-0 lead. DJ Moses is your lone scorer tonight. Buford Van Dam's in at fullback, and DJ Moses doesn't need him as he picks up 5. Blaine with yet another tackle for the East.
Yeah, Adrian Blaine's doing a really good job on cleanup duty right now. It's really hard to shut down and keep these running back. I mean, you see right there, 6.3 yards per carry for DJ Moses. Obviously, it's a little inflated by the long run, but really, really good job, on this back end of the defense.
2nd and 5. Look at this defense. Everybody in the box, and Logan Lee doesn't get much. Tackle goes to David Leathers. Will set up a 3rd and 4 for the West.
David Leathers is one of those players that really should be playing strong safety as a free safety, so you're seeing him behave like that out there.
Yeah, Leathers with 113 tackles and 22 assists on the season, so it's like a tackling machine out there.
A beast. 3rd and 4. Patak back to pass. Patak now dials it up. That pass is caught, and then a defender ran into his teammate. Gabriel Manning is loose. Manning down the sideline inside the 20-yard line for a 1st down.
Wow, that was just a heck of a throw and catch. Manning really doing a good job, and this is where Manning is dangerous. Manning is dangerous after he catches the ball. The yak yards are real and really just showing off what he's doing there. So not only in the return game, Cam, but also in those yak yards after the catch, really probably one of the best in the league.
The only difference in this game so far have been 2 long plays by the West offense. That throw to Manning, the run to Moses has set up the West in scoring position on both possessions. The East just really has not had that big dynamic play so far in this first half. The handoff going to go to Moses, the second a big hole. And Moses gets 9 before Tank Bennett cuts him down.
Tank Bennett really trying to clean up as much as he can. I mean, that is a very tough task. I mean, that offensive line really did a good job on that run, but Tank Bennett doing a good job preventing the first down.
Patrick Kelly, a teammate of Moses, has been opening running lanes all season. Will Stevens, Michael Prococo, Jaden Taylor are huge run blockers up front for the West. And Logan Lee's going to drag a defender into the end zone. Lee's got a touchdown, and the West leads 13-zip.
Another open hole for Logan Lee, and that was just unbelievable. Tank Bennett comes around the outside, really almost trips Logan Lee up by the shoelaces, but Logan Lee just does a good job prevailing and getting there. You can see Tank Bennett there dive for his feet, just could not get there in time. Really good job there by the offense.
See all the fans around the SFL coming to Cincinnati to come together for this all-star game. It's a testament to all of the texture editing by all of our teams all season long. Mike, as you know, it's not an easy process, and we're still working on things around the league, but it sure is nice to see fans from all over the league in the stands tonight.
Absolutely, and for such a great reason too. I mean, the All-Star game, this is the pinnacle, right? This is what every player's working towards. Obviously the championship is big, but the All-Star game, like, this is what it's about. This is about the players' accolades. This is about the players getting the recognition they deserve across the board. There's no depth charts here. I mean, this is just the best of the best, Cam.
Jay Viper on the return out to the 29-yard line. So Ron Cochran, who's hasn't had a ton of snaps tonight. John Lakeman going to have to get something going here. This game's certainly not a blowout by any means, but the West has been the more explosive team. Ethan, who's your top player right now through this first half?
Right now, the top player's got to be DJ Moses. 9 runs for 68 yards and that touchdown. He is so far the best player of the game so far. The one thing to note for this drive here for the East, this is the first time that they have been outside of their own 20-yard line. The last 2 were touchbacks. Last one was a punt return to the 20. It's the first time at the 30.
Good point, as Lakeman's pass is overthrown and nearly picked off by Jay Ringgold, who has a new home for season 22, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jay Ringgold really doing a good job just playing that middle deep third back there and really covering that up. It was a little bit of an overthrow there by Lakeman.
Mighty must have called something in to make sure that Ron Cochran doesn't get hurt. He's a veteran out there. Hasn't played much in this first half as Lakeman drops to throw. That pass is tipped and incomplete. So quickly, it's 3rd down and 10. That on the deflection was Jason Strongbow.
Yeah, Jason Strongbow really doing a good job. It's not often you see a linebacker get their hands up like that, but due to their size, but really good job just disrupting the passing lanes there.
4 wide, 3 to the left here for Lakeman. 2:48 to go in the first half, and Lakeman drops to throw, and off his back foot, fires down the middle of the field, caught by Kyle Finnemore, his second huge play of the first half, and what a strike from the Lakeman.
Yeah, good job throw on the run there. That's a difficult throw right there, but that's just a dig route going to the middle of the field, right in between the hashes. Really good job there, too, because the safety was there, but great job by Lakeman to put it right in front of, the safety.
2 in the backfield, 2 receivers, and a nickel look out of the West. Up 14-0. East trying to put something together. Lakeman back to pass, sets up a screen, and that's out to Boletsky. Boletsky breaks a tackle, gets a block. Boletsky down the sideline of the 32-yard line, staying patient. We'll have to get a number on the big fella outside.
Oh, man, how about that block? I mean, first of all, the play call is genius, right? You get a screen out to your player and get it into open space. 74, that was Joseph Wade, the tackle out there. And look at this, catches it right here. Joseph Wade gets in front, bam, does his job there, and then back out in front for Charlie Boletsky, and that was an unbelievable play call, Cam.
Blocked out Daniel Valentine of the West defense, and the East starting to put it together. They have not really relied too much on the ground game. It's been Lakeman's show here in the first half. Can they get another playoff before the 2-minute warning? They will not. That brings us to that warning. 14-0 West. East is driving. This is a fun one. Here from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's our last event till the holidays, Mike, and then we hit the combine. And certainly looking forward to that and seeing all the rookies who have been dazzling the SFLM so far this season on the field. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Lakeman changing the play. 6 on the line for the West defense. Lakeman to pass. Lakeman fires. That pass is caught inside the 15, down to the 11. Ivory Irvin with the catch and first down.
Yeah, Ivory Irvin just finding a soft spot in the zone here, Cam. I believe that it looked like an arrow, but I'm not sure. It could have been a slant. Regardless, right in the middle, finding that soft zone. Yeah, it was an arrow route right into the middle, right in front of the safeties and behind the linebacker, and really good job by the quarterback to put it where it needed to be.
Strongbow gets the tackle. The East line, by the way, center St. Nebuchadnezzar, the guards Alden Bleeker, Marcella Martin, the tackles Joseph Wade and DeBrickashaw Mullineaux. 90 seconds to go in the first half. They'll hand the ball off to Boletsky, and Boletsky is put down after a 2-yard gain. That's Garrett Hudson in on the stop. The East in no hurry. They do not want to give the West the ball back with time left in the second quarter.
Garrett Hudson having a really sneaky good game.
3 receivers, 2 to the right. Toss out to Boletsky. Boletsky sidesteps 1 defender, but only is able to pick up another yard. And the West, or the East rather, will want to burn a timeout to think about this critical 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Max Jackson doing a good job coming up and making that tackle, showing exactly why he is a Hall of Famer there.
3rd and 7, they need just inside the 2 for the first down. Dime look. 4 wide. Lakeman to throw. Lakeman in zone. Touchdown! East on a rope to Kyle Fenimore. A Charleston to Atlanta connection for an East touchdown.
Kyle Fenimore doing a great job finding the back of the end zone here. Really good job, and he's been having a heck of a game. It looked like he just ran a deep in, and really just finding the hole in the back of the end zone. Here you go. Yeah, they're just playing zone coverage and just left him wide open. It was just a post.
Max Jackson late. Rochelle Fenimore, super impressive for Atlanta. Even though the Swarm had a down season, it was a banner year for Kyle.
It definitely came over 1,000 yards in the season. 6 touchdowns.
Ethan, what's
definitely?
Go ahead, Ray.
He was definitely a target for Dynasty all season.
8 plays, 71-yard drive. Ethan, what's John Lakeman's stats looking like right now?
Right now, that last drive was just absolutely phenomenal. Those 3 plays in a row after those 2 incompletions, he ended up getting 50 yards of total offense in the air, and then that last pass, 58 yards to finish off that passing drive. So far, he is 9 for 14 on the day.
And for those wondering, Ethan Muslin tonight going old school. He is tracking. Is it a number 2 pencil, Ethan? I hope it's a number 2.
It is mechanical.
There. Oh, well, I hope it doesn't break on you. Snap it.
I made sure there was enough.
Okay,
I made sure there was enough.
We need you out here. Going old school tonight as our stat truck is, we had the wheels taken off of it, and it's just kind of sitting, it's just kind of chilling in the parking lot, getting ready for season 22. This is Gabriel Manning going in motion as the West tries to answer. They do have 3 timeouts and 58 seconds left as the handoff will go to Moses. He is stood up in the backfield, still able to get away, but Gary Clem will clean that up pretty quick as the West is content right now with their touchdown advantage.
Yeah, Daniel Valentine did a really good job. It's not hard to I mean, listen, it's not easy to take down a receiver like Gabriel Manning. That's a big body there. Daniel Valentine really doing a good job breaking through that block there.
Orlando Love, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that username in the chat. Welcome to the show as Logan Lee is dropped for a TFL. Brilliant tackle from Kevin Brackett from Canton will set up a 3rd and 9.
Kevin Brackett was another one of those this season, I feel like, that was really sneaky good.
Patak out of the empty here. West not going to give up on this first half just yet. Down to 8 seconds left. Patak's going to roll to his left and fire it. That is caught. First down to the 34-yard line. That'll end the first half. That is Chris Lee with the catch out of Los Angeles for the first down.
Yeah, I love how he just runs a quick slant, really neat, really underneath. Just does a really good job getting in front of the defense and really getting in front of the linebackers.
The tight ends were pretty quiet in that first half, but otherwise there were fireworks all over the field. The West leads the East 14-7 from the beautiful Zolnir Championship Field from Cincinnati, Ohio. That is a gorgeous look on a gorgeous night in Cincinnati. West leads by a touchdown as West coach Thomas Paternitti and East coach Axel Raven look on. Great first halves by both teams. Here's some quick snapshots of the first half. Lakeman 7 of 12 for a $123. Hart leads the way for the East. They have not done a lot of rushing, 12 yards. Finnemore's got 55 yards on 3 catches, and the 1 sack for the East belongs to Mac Dre. Patak 4 for 4, 63 yards. Perfect Moses with 11 carries, and Manning was a big story in that first half. What stood out to you, Mike?
Yeah, I think the West really just doing a good job figuring out, kind of the balance on the offensive side of the ball. And for the East, I think, look, I mean, this is a 14-7. This is a 1-score game here. What I would love to see, Cam, going into this next half is I would love to see the utilization of Lauren Percoco and James Matthew Jr. Like you said, the tight ends have been quiet. I would love to see them get involved here in the second half.
Rochelle, what stood out to you in the first half?
Mostly the defense just came to play, Cam. I mean, they're not giving out much, and they gave 2 long plays that resulted in touchdowns. Other than that, pretty evenly matched here.
All right, we start the second half with Ethan Muslin, Rochelle Costa, Mike O'Neill, and yours truly, Cameron Irvine, our final event before the holidays, and the SFL family takes a much-needed break. This is Joe Beasley out of Jacksonville on the kick return. We finally got the developmental players off and running today in signings. Over 600 players have signed on to compete in season 22. Despite 2 less teams, we still have 75 selections coming in the rookie draft, and the season right around the corner, about 3 weeks away. Can you believe that? So the East starts with the football after the touchdown. T-Roy Gaines in the backfield at fullback, and Charlie Boletsky is back at running back. This will be a Lakeman throw, and it's an overthrow, actually, as John Lakeman comes out of the halftime locker room firing and looking exactly for who you were talking about, Lauren Percoco, but couldn't connect.
They had a single high safety, Cam. Lauren Percoco was aiming towards that left hash, and it was just a little bit of an overthrow. Man, that would have been an easy 30, 40-yard reception.
What will they do on second down and 10? The pass-heavy East against the run-heavy West, 14-7. Lakeman against a blitz. Lakeman has clean protection and finds Percoco near a first down. Look at that second-half adjustment out of the East. Percoco 2 targets, 1 catch. They just need a little bit to move the chains.
I mean, this is what she's done. This is what she's done all season long, just finding ways to get open. I'm so glad that they listened to yours truly.
All right. A Ron Cochran sighting. He definitely is in the game. Just been crazy, the mismatch there in touches for Lakeman. But Cochran hands off to Boletsky, gets the first down, and the East continue their momentum in the third quarter.
Yeah, right side of that line did a really good job opening that hole up to allow Boletsky to get into the first down. Really good job there by the offensive line.
9:05 to go in the third. West protecting a 7-point lead. Kyle Finnemore, Logan Lee, DJ Moses with touchdowns at the skill position tonight. Lakeman's pass over the middle caught. First down. That pass hauled in by Doug Spelling out of Queen City, who also has a new home in season 22.
Yeah, Doug Spelling really doing a good job getting matched up against a linebacker here, and just actually it was the corner. He was matched up against number 34, I believe. Mark Lopez. Free safety. Yeah, good job there though. That's Mark Lopez is a good defender and does a good job getting open.
So into West territory at the 46-yard line. Back to pass Lakeman, and again down the middle. Caught inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. That's Connor Weston with the first down.
Wow, that was a heck of a throw, Cam. That was one that'll make an offensive coordinator sweat. I mean, that was right over the hands.
Wow.
You love to see the catch, right? You love to see the yards, but if I'm that coach, I'm saying a few words to that quarterback after that throw.
Jay Ringgold nearly snatched it away. No turnovers in this game so far. 8:05 left in the third. First down and 10 as the East continues to cook in the passing game. Down the middle, the West is aware of that trend. That's Jason Strongbow again getting in the way. Pass intended for Finnemore. East getting a little too predictable at the moment.
Second pass deflection for for Jason Strongbow tonight, and really impressive coming from a linebacker.
Defensive players on both sides have tons of pass deflections, lots of interceptions, so look out.
Beletsky in the backfield. Beletsky still going. He's going to score a touchdown for the East. Nothing you can do but hang your head if you're a West defender on that one, and we are an extra point away from a tie game.
That was an unbelievable effort by Beletsky, and this is why he is one of the leading rushers in the league. I mean, look at that. 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackle, great block there, but just green pastures in front of him. Great job.
And look, Beletsky, he's known for that, but he has done not much of anything in this ball game. Wasn't even the halftime leader for the East, and that was Colin Harder, who had 12 yards. So Beletsky had been kept in check most of the night until that run finally busts it out, and the kick from Joe Garfield is up and good. A 7-play, 72-yard drive to start the second half, and we are all tied up at 14. James Walters in the chat. Can't wait to have Strongbow in D.C. next season. A lot of big-name Sioux Falls players going to the Dragons, including Nick Fargo. Chat shout-outs in the chat to Ron Haynes, Mark Lopez, Thomas Paternity, who's looking on, wanting his West team to tighten up after giving up 14 unanswered. This return is out to the 30-yard line. That is Doug Britton on the return. More chat shout-outs here. Dwayne Schindler, Will Todd, John Lakeman, Michael Percoco, Marcus Dunhill, Henry McGee, Johnny Bravo, Will Todd, many others.
Going back to that touchdown, Cam, that was Lauren Percoco on that crucial block at the end.
7:48 left in the third. Type attack going to drop the pass. A short throw is incomplete at the feet of Stephen Hacker. Set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Hacker just couldn't throw. I think it was a little underthrown, but Hacker just couldn't hang on to that one.
Hacker was a force this season, Ray. Definitely the leader of that passing.
Oh my gosh.
Offense.
87 receptions, 1,163 yards, 13 yards per average, and 8 touchdowns.
First down every time. Type attacks pass is somehow caught. That is a 6-yard gain to Stephen Hacker, and that is the throw of a dynamic rookie, Mike. He said Hacker's in there somewhere.
That was impressive. I mean, Type Attack knows how to spin that ball, and that was a bullet, Cam.
So 3rd down and 4 for the West. 14-14. Patak got a throw. Patak pressured and sacked. All up in his grill. Taken down by Logan Gardner. A 3-yard loss and a stop for the East.
Oh, look at the swim move, Cam, to just beat the offensive lineman and get back there. And what kills me is they had Bill Henry on a dig route wide open in man coverage, and you just hate to see it. Good job by the defense getting there.
So the punt will come from K.L. Barrett Jr. out of Mexico City, and he bombs that into the sky all the way to the 20-yard line, where the East will get a decent return. Outkicked his coverage. Morrison gets about 10 to the 30.
That was quite a punt. That was impressive.
Ethan, what's the run pass stats here? How many runs and passes on each side can you?
Excuse me. So looking at the West right now, they've thrown only about 7 times so far in this ball game. But if you look at the runs, you've got 13 so far for Logan Lee, and you got 10 so far for DJ Moses. That's on the West side. East side, Boletsky, of course, with 9 for 35, 2 for Colin Hart. But Lakeman, so far, I had to do a little correction, 9 for 12 so far on the day.
Thank you, Ethan. As Lakeman drops to throw, finds Percoco on that little out route. We saw it on the last drive. She picks up 12, another first down for the East.
Yeah, really good job. And this is why Lakeman's in the All-Star game. Look at this ball thrown. Look at the placement of that ball, Cam. You can't get any better on an out route for that. Lakeman lets go of that thing as soon as Percoco makes her break and just leaves it wide open for only her.
There's Lakeman's updated numbers, now officially 11 for 18, 182, and a touchdown. Lakeman, a brilliant season in Charleston, helped them win a playoff game on the road in Seattle. Look, if you're winning playoff games on the road, you're doing something right. Strongbow makes the tackle on Boletsky after a gain of a yard. You would know something a little bit about that, Mike.
Yeah, it's a little tough to win on the road in this league, man, especially in the playoffs. And really good job. I mean, like you said, Lakeman's had a heck of a season. Really, really glad to see him in here.
2nd down and 9. That is Ivory Irvin in motion. The East has been pretty balanced in terms of their 5 receivers in the patterns tonight, as Lakeman's throw is incomplete. Knocked away again by another linebacker for the West, Nathaniel Diggs. A terrific play, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, these linebackers for the West have been absolutely unbelievable. Really, really doing a good job. Between Strongbow and Nathaniel Diggs, I mean, they've been a force to reckon with in the past game.
Cochran's in for a monster 3rd down. 3rd down and 9. That is Jay Viper going in motion. So a little bit of a wrinkle here from the East as Cochran drops to throw. Opposite way, the pass is caught. Ryan Roosevelt in one-on-one coverage to the West 40. What a ball, and a first down for the East again.
Ryan Roosevelt, man, he has really killed it this season and doing a good job just getting, I mean, what about the ball on that? The ball placement on that was absolutely amazing. Placing it directly in front of the safety, and really good job there by the offense.
One-on-one coverage by Aiden Davis on the outside, who ends up making the tackle, but Ron Cochran gets a completion to his name and moves the chains for the East. First down against a blitz. It's picked up, and that pass is incomplete. Nearly snagged again by Jay Ringgold. He's going to have one by the end of the night.
He is going to have one by the end of the night, Cam. And look, I want to give major credit to the offensive line on that, because really doing a good job keeping that pocket clean there. And that could have been a dangerous throw and pass. Really, really good job by the offensive line despite the defensive effort.
2nd and 10 for the East. Doug Spelling goes in motion. Lakeman throwing again. Lakeman down the middle, caught. Spelling, first down to the 26-yard line. Doug Spelling, a nice season in Queen City. Ray, I don't think it went or didn't get as much publicity as it would have if Queen City would have won some more games, but he was dynamic.
Yeah, Cam, he had 67 targets and over 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, so he had a really good season.
There was a couple of games in there where I remember Doug Spelling was just unstoppable. He had some standout performances. Lakeman throwing outside, incomplete. Looking for Weston on the left, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, interesting. It seemed like Weston was playing the tight end spot there.
And Mike, they have not had a lot of success on first down. They've been in second and third and long a lot tonight, but hasn't really affected them. They've gotten out of it pretty good, at least over the last quarter and a half. Nickel look here for the West. They hand it off to Boletsky. Boletsky is actually pushed backwards. It's another brilliant play by Jason Strongbow. He'll pick up 4. We'll set up a 3rd and 6, get helped up by Bleeker.
Yeah, you want to see Ivory Irvin pick up that block there. You know, that's the difference between, you know, maybe a 3-yard run versus a 9 or 10-yard run, is that block there.
And Ivory Irvin, not actually the worst run blocker on this team. And statistically, and that could have been one of the reasons why they're 3rd down and 6. Ron Cochran back to pass, back in on 3rd down. That pass is caught in between 2 defenders. Ryan Roosevelt, acrobatic again.
Oh, man, just a dart delivered by Cochran to Roosevelt. And look at oh, man, perfect timing on that little hitch route right there. And just a great job. Perfect placement, too, right in the belly of Ryan Roosevelt. Great job.
Back-to-back 3rd downs. Ron Cochran has come in and completed. Now another pass from the East. Wide open for Coco. Stiff arm touchdown. The East has scored 3 straight times, and they're in the end zone for the lead.
Oh, man. Man, name a better duo, Lauren Percoco and out routes. I don't think you can, because that is nasty. I mean, she just put that defender in the ground. That was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, Cam, we have a tight end that has 76 receptions on the season and over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. She's been a fierce weapon for them all season long at DC.
And the brilliance by the East. Percoco, not a single target in the first half. They've found her 3 times in the second. 10-play, 70-yard drive, down 14-0 late in the second quarter, Mike. And we're less than a quarter since then, about 8 minutes since then, and the East has outscored the West 21-0.
Yeah, this is the brilliance of a playbook, right? This is what's beautiful about, and that just goes to show you how great this playbook is for the East. They have enough diversity in there to be able to change things up in the second half, and really good job by doing so and getting the tight ends involved.
Britton on the return. Gets it out to the 22-yard line. The West has to get right here. Type attack going to start the drive. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Two backs and 2 receivers all to the right side of the football. The handoff goes back to Moses II, and he is wrestled down by a pair of East defenders, including Adrian Blaine. 2nd and 8.
Adrian Blaine again coming up and making a hard-nosed tackle. Really, really doing a good job shutting that run down.
Pickup for Minnesota. Blaine, a surprise defector from Florida. There were a few of them. E.J. Minson, D.J. Moses J.W. Doyle on teams that are on a team that not a lot of players leave too often. As someone is hurt now. Someone is injured. It's going to be somebody worthwhile in this ball game. That is Matthew Holford, the brilliant linebacker out of Motor City, who had a tremendous season. Down and hurt. 3rd and 4 coming up. Ray, what did Holford do this year?
Well, Holford had 79 tackles, 14 assisted tackles, 11 TFLs, 2 sacks, 10 pass deflections, 3 interceptions. For a linebacker.
He did it all for the V8s. 3rd down.
The question is, what did Holford not do?
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. I form, type attack, fires, caught. Gabriel Manning 1st down to the 45-yard line. I thought there for a split second type attack was going to run, and then he remembered Mac Dre was on the field, and he said, I'll just find Gabriel Manning.
That's exactly right, Cam. He realized Mac Dre was right there, and he's like, no, I'm going to stay. Yeah, really good job by Gabriel Manning. Just doing what he does, and type attack to Gabriel Manning combo is a little scary.
Yes.
3 minutes left in the 3rd. Back to Moses on the ground. Moses dragging defenders, picks up 8 yards. Now into East territory. A little bit slow to get up for DJ, but he's all right.
You love to see stretch runs like that, Cam.
Will Todd.
Really good job. Look at yeah. I mean, really good. It's showing the opposite side of the field. It's a great block nonetheless. But DJ Moses there ran about 5 yards untouched because of the blocking from the receivers.
Will Todd knows a thing or two about DJ Moses. There's his updated stat line: 13 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown here late in the third quarter. 2nd down and 2. They go back to the 3-back look, really for the first time since the first quarter, and they'll hand the ball off to Logan Lee. He's got a first down past the 40, and Logan Lee is loose past the 30. Oh, and a big hit at the 24-yard line. Wow, David Leathers puts Logan Lee down, but not before a huge first down.
Yeah, that was a really good play call, Cam. They had it overloaded on the right side there, and you can just see the blocking was essentially hat on hat. The safety, all Logan Lee was tasked with was making that strong safety miss, and he does that and picks up a big gain.
.212 to go in the third, and the West is on the move, trying to counter the 21 unanswered points by the East All-Stars. This is Marcus Dunhill handing the ball off to Buford Van Dam. Van Dam picks up 4. Wrapped up actually pretty brilliantly by Danny Stinson. Van Dam, a tough cookie to bring down. Can't wait to see how he evolves his career in Mexico City.
That was our first fullback carry of the night, Cam.
Yeah, that Mexico City offseason so far has been brilliant.
Yeah, T. Roy Gaines has been quiet. You're right. Buford Van Dam getting first on the board, as that is a loss of 1 to Moses. So now the Easter, is that Holford back? Matthew Holford pops back up, back in the game, gets a TFL on DJ, 3rd and 7. Huge play for the West. They are in field goal range. Dunhill going to drop the throw. Dunhill escaping to his right. Marcus Dunhill deep in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! The doctor is in! DR Sim with another All-Star touchdown to his name. 1 point away from a tie.
Wow, absolutely awesome job there by DR Sim. I hits him with a little bit of stutter step in the beginning and just runs a post route. Just really good. You saw the stutter step right there on the cut, and just beautiful job running the post in between the hashes.
Did you notice there, Mike, as Tigga Clay, he was on Sim, but because Manning was running a similar route, you see him turn around and look back?
Yep.
He's like, hey, I want to make sure everybody got Manning, and by the time he looked back, DR Sim had the ball for a touchdown. That was amazing.
You tell me, Cam, would you want to be tasked with that decision? You've got DR Sim and Gabriel Manning both running post routes right there, and you got to choose one.
Wow. That's a defense's worst nightmare right there.
2 Hall of Famers in the end zone.
Exactly right.
Amazing. 1:14 to go in the third, 21-21. And I got to say, in the old era of SFL All-Star games, we would get some snoozers out here with a lot of picks, a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers. But tonight, we've seen a little bit of everything. It's been a fun night.
I love the shiftiness of Joe Beasley here.
Yeah.
Ray, what was Joe Beasley's stats this season?
As far as what, return stats?
Yeah, in return games.
He averages about 28 yards per return. But all these returners on the field tonight do, so they're all dangerous.
Love the shiftiness.
1:08 to go in the third quarter. 21-21. East and West now tied. Lakeman drops to pass, dumps it off short on a crosser to Weston. Picks up 3, set up a 2nd down and 7.
I really like that first down call, Cam. Just a quick 3-yard, quick little dig route or slant route. Just really good job. I like that, getting to a comfortable 2nd and 7 situation.
45 seconds to go in the third. Beletsky gets a few more. 3rd down and 3 for the East. Get a chance to admire this gorgeous stadium. Maybe one day we'll actually do our championship on site. Man, that would be
That'd be awesome.
An all-star game, do it all in one weekend. That'd be sweet. Play action! Oh, it's a sack! John Lakeman stood no chance on third down. Max Jackson unblocked, and the East will have to punt it away.
That was unbelievable, Cam. They sent heat from both sides, not just that side. I mean, Max Jackson was there, and on the other side, I believe it was 57. Yeah, Nathaniel Diggs on the other side. So really good job by the defense there.
Luther Gunn was also in the mix too.
That's the end of the third quarter. East 21, West 21. This classic all-star game will return in a moment.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Start of the fourth quarter on a beautiful night in Cincinnati. Ethan Muslin, Mike O'Neill, Rochelle Colston, and Cameron Irvine with you. 10 minutes left, maybe, in this all-star game that is all tied up right now. Marcus Agrippa will punt it away for the East. West gets a huge stop. This all the way down to the 20-yard line. Manning gets it up to the 30. 9:52 left. We saw an almost identical play on the opposite side on special teams as the East started a recent drive from the 20 to their 30. And the West, all of a sudden, has momentum back after the East scored 3 straight drives.
Yeah, interested to see what kind of drive they put together here. It's been pretty back and forth, and I definitely would love to see more of the tight ends on this side now. We haven't seen Will Todd or Bill Henry in the pass-catching game.
9:52 to go in the quarter. Type attack changing up the play. Attack's got 7 on the play clock. Will drop back, straight back, fire it down the field, incomplete. That one looking for, I believe, Hacker on a quick route, and Ernest McCrae Sr. out of Indianapolis swats it away.
Yeah, really good job by Ernest McCrae. Just doing exactly what he does, what he's been doing in Indianapolis for a few seasons.
2nd and 10. Buford Van Dam goes in motion. Out wide. Blocks, Dunhill down the field, caught. Gabriel Manning to the 48-yard line. He is eating the West or the East defense for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to go back to Ernest McCrae, Ray, because I mean, he was unbelievable for Indianapolis this season.
Yeah, Ernest McCrae had 48 tackles, 9 assists, 4 TFLs, 8 pass deflections, 7 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, the 2 pick sixes were just huge. I'm trying to remember the game, Chad can help me out, where he picked one off right at the goal line and totally turned that game around for Indianapolis. I think that was a game against Tulsa later in the season. 1st down and 10, type attack back to pass, will dump it off. Moses in the open field is dangerous. Picked up a late block from DR Sim, and Moses gets 11 for the 1st down.
Yeah, if I'm Eddie Gage watching this game right now, I'm taking down notes because, I mean, Moses on the outside as a receiver, I mean, or going to the outside in the flats, I mean, just unbelievable. Look at the agility and the athleticism to be able to cut out there, not only be able to turn it upfield, but look at the spin move right after. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing.
He is so good in the open field. Really interested as we get to about 3 weeks away, Mike, to see, you know, how all the new rule changes are going to affect gameplay. Tonight is just a game full of superstars, so it's just a totally different game as that pass is knocked away by Ryan Davidson. But I mean, when these SFL squads get back on the field, I've seen some of the team ratings. We have all of the free agents up to date on our roster file already. You know, you've got teams in the 80s and the 90s, and there's going to be mismatches and all sorts of things out there on the field. It's going to be a fun season.
It is going to be a fun season. I think there's been a lot of really fun, exciting signings going around. But just going back to that play really quick, Daniel Valentine just covered an out route better than I think I've seen all season long.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the East 41, blitz type attack, incomplete. There was some really tight coverage on Hacker. This time it was Evan Arthur out of Louisiana with the stop, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just really, really good coverage, and it's hard. I mean, I think he's just trying to force it to Hacker there, and just the coverage was way too tight, Cam. Empty set.
Dunhill with an empty on 3rd and 10 outside of field goal range. This would be a monumental stop for the East. Going in motion is Kay Marion, who's been pretty quiet tonight for Sioux Falls. Dime look, they bring 5. Dunhill down the middle, caught, 1st down. Manning again, getting open and moving the chains.
Money Manning really doing a great job just running a slant there from the slot receiver. I mean, just doing a good job getting in front and just knowing where the sticks are, Cam, and being aware of where that 1st down marker is just to get just enough for that.
What's the latest trends in the stat truck, Ethan?
Right now, Marcus Dunhill is 4 for 4 for 64 yards. You saw the numbers there for Patak. He's doing pretty well for himself, even though he's only gotten 6 for about 10 so far. Oh, and that's going to make it 6 for 11, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness. I think that was Logan Gardner again, who's having probably the best game of any defensive lineman tonight.
Yeah, Logan Gardner in there forcing that missed throw there, just annihilating the quarterback, and really good job there by the defense.
Dunhill on a 2nd down and 10. They're definitely in the range of Brooke Brown to be about a 47-yarder from here. Changing the play. Dunhill, he's going to actually send Logan Lee out in motion and out into the pass pattern. As Lee initially was set to block, now goes out to pass. It doesn't matter. DR Sim down the field about the 12-yard line for a 1st down. Sim has been excellent in the red zone.
Oh man, I gotta go back and look at the left side of the line. Watch the offensive line. The defensive lineman right here. The defensive lineman breaks free, and the left side, I can't remember who it was, is the left tackle, got in there and picked up another block in order to keep the pocket clean there. So really good job. Kudos to the offensive line there.
That is Will Stevens on the left side of that line making that play. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs, and Moses, who's been a little bit quiet in the second half, only able to pick up 4 again. That is Holford with another tackle.
We talk about the offensive adjustments, right? But how about the defensive adjustments? Like you said, DJ Moses has been really quiet in the second half. Really good job by the defense containing him.
2nd and 6. Handoff. Logan Lee. Logan Lee has space, and Logan Lee's got his 2nd touchdown. Of course, the leader this season in touchdowns. Hey, look, Arizona's, we love y'all. Y'all gang is in the stands. But, of course, the player with the most touchdowns from scrimmage this season, Logan Lee, would have the most in the All-Star game. He's got 2, and the West is now back on top.
Yeah, really good job by Logan Lee. Offensive line just continuing to show dominance here. And Logan Lee just doing what he's been doing all season.
Can you imagine having 26 touchdowns in this season as a running back? That's amazing.
2 away from the SFL all-time record. 10-play, 70-yard drive. I guarantee you one of those Arizona I love y'all guys in the stands were like, look, it's DJ. Stand up. He said, we're going to get on camera. And one of them's like, I think that's Logan Lee. He's like, no way, it's not. Stand up. Come on, we'll be fine. Won't be embarrassing at all. Deep kick from to the 7. Jay Viper on the return. Out to the just shy of the 30-yard line for the East. So back and forth. West goes up 14-0. East scores 3 straight touchdowns. The West has now scored back-to-back touchdowns, and the pressure back on John Lakeman and this East offense.
Yeah, this East offense has got to get something back, but they scored 21 unanswered, right? So this is nothing that they can't do. It's something that they just got to keep their rhythm and keep going the way that they've been going and utilizing the different targets they have, and really just balance out this game and make a good drive, put a good drive together.
And they can really do a good job with Lakeman so far. 15 of 19, 223 yards with those 2 touchdowns.
7:13 to go. Lakeman's been impressive. Fourth quarter, and the East is down a touchdown. They'll try to establish a run game with Boletsky, and Boletsky will get one of his better runs of the night. A 6-yard pickup wrapped up by Mickey McGuire out of Alamo City. How was his season, Ray?
Oh, Mickey McGuire. Let's see. He had 46 tackles, 10 assists, 1 TFL, 11 PBs, 3 interceptions, and 1 pick six.
Handoff. That is Colin Hart for the first down. Believe it or not, Mickey McGuire playing in his first All-Star game of his career. And there's many players who have had long careers that are in their first game. Aiden Davis in his first All-Star game. Nathaniel Diggs has played well in his first All-Star game. Obviously, Lee and Patak are rookies. That is a sack, a 3-yard loss as Lakeman goes down. And I think that was
Nathaniel Diggs
on the sack.
Nathaniel Diggs set the edge. Oh my gosh! If Arizona take notes, man, Nathaniel Diggs set the edge so fast, I would be putting that man at defensive end. That was unbelievable.
So the first-time All-Star gets his second sack of the night. Finnemore's got a touchdown in his first All-Star game. This is Lakeman's first All-Star game. The whole defensive line for the East has never been into the All-Star game, and Logan Gardner, Mac Dre having themselves a night. Plenty of first-timers littering this roster. John Lakeman now on second down and 13. Deep ball down the field. Caught. Doug Spelling first down and more. A gain of about 18 on the play. Spelling raises the roof and moves the chains.
Yeah, and this is what happens, Cam, whenever you've got the corners playing 10 yards off, right? You give a free release like that. I mean, there's only so much that a player like Nathaniel Diggs can do. Or I believe that was Strongbow. Yeah, I think it was Strongbow. No, it was Nathaniel Diggs putting his hand up there. Great job, though, nonetheless, by the offense.
Lakeman 15 of 25 now as Finnemore goes in motion. Down 28-21 with 5:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Lakeman throwing again down the field. This time the coverage was tight with a capital T. Incomplete, second down and 10, and he has a word with one of his linemen up front.
Cam, this has been a pretty clean game. We've had no penalties so far.
Nothing. No turnovers. It's crazy. That is unusual as it gets. Second down and 10. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Lakeman, deep. Wow. Wild throw.
Wow.
Lauren Percoco, a 9-yard pickup. Sean Lakeman says, I'm okay. He's just showing off now.
Again, the pass protection, Cam. Watch the back. Oh, man, we're not going to get a replay. The backside of John Lakeman really gets protected there. But Lauren Percoco, how dangerous is she outside of the numbers?
Ron Cochran in for 3rd and 1. 4:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Percoco's 4th catch of the second half. East needs it now. Handoff. Got a first down. Boletsky and Moore to the West 28-yard line. Tackled by, that was Delaney Nash, your MVP.
Man, Marcella Martin getting to the second level right there. Look at that block. That is beautiful. That's what they teach you in elementary school for these offensive linemen. They try and teach you quickly to get to the second level.
4:28 and counting. East ticking the clock down. Could we have OT in this one? Nickel look for the West. Handoff, cut back, Colin Hart. Colin Hart breaks a tackle. Hart dragging defenders near a first down. When he cut it back inside, Mike, I thought, where's he going? He saw something I didn't.
I thought the same thing too, Cam, and I think that he just thought he had a wider open lane through the middle, because I think he just saw the corners coming from the outside and he thought he had the speed to get there. Nonetheless, good job, 2nd and inches now.
Luther Gond, who's been quiet from Fort Worth, chased down Hart at the end of that play to save the first down. Now this is T-Roy Gaines. Nope, check that. Boletsky with a carry and a first down. I thought Gaines going to have his first carry of the night. 3:48 and counting.
A little trickery there with Boletsky at the fullback position.
There's Boletsky, 15 carries, 62 yards. West has done a pretty good job on him tonight. 3:38 and counting. Handoff Hart, and Colin Hart picks up 4. The East now picking up the tempo a little bit here.
Yeah, I want to see if they have a pass play out of this formation.
And they do. Lakeman back to pass down the middle. Caught per Coco. First and goal down to the 3.5-yard line. The East won it now.
Here we go.
Lakeman to throw. Lakeman over the middle. Intercepted! Intercepted at the goal line. Off the deflection. It looked like the Browns Hail Mary there in the end zone. Off the foot of the offensive player, Mark Lopez with the pick.
Mark Lopez right there. Look at the hands.
Oh.
The hands, the recognition. That is unbelievable. Mark Lopez doing a great job right there, focusing on that ball and not letting it hit the ground. That's a huge turnover for this team.
Oh, Neil, that was T-Roy Gaines that was targeted on the play. Off his face mask, hurt in the championship game, and T-Roy's postseason woes continue as, ironically, T-Pat's West team now takes over thanks to the blunder. This is Dunhill straight back in the end zone, and it's caught, and look who it is. It's Bill Henry with his first target and catch to give him breathing room.
Cam, they've ran this play 3 times tonight, and Bill Henry's had open space right there between the linebackers. That time it was a little tighter, but Bill Henry nonetheless good reception on that to get that first down and give him some space.
Backs against the wall for the East. The West only has to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. The East has all 3 timeouts.
How about the confidence, though, Cam, to throw it on your 2-yard line?
Yeah, it's straight back too. You know, that was incredibly risky there by the West. That was pretty incredible. You're right. Will Todd goes in motion. 4 on the play clock. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning, unless it's an incomplete pass. And it is not! It's caught by Henry on an errant throw from Dunhill. Keeps the clock moving and gets us to the 2-minute warning. That was insane.
Yeah, that was a huge heads-up play by Bill Henry to recognize and not let that ball hit the ground so it stops the clock.
That was not for him, Mike.
No, that was an errant throw.
Wow, that was nuts. Now 2nd down and 7. Do the West snap this football? Nope, they do the smart thing. 2-minute warning. The East now needs a stand. What an all-star game. The All-Stars are showing out. The West leads 28-21 in the APM Music Season 21 All-Star game.
Yeah, this is a huge play right here, Cam. We've seen Logan Gardner make a lot of noise in this game. I want to see if we can see him make something happen here. We've seen quite a few players make some big plays tonight, and Logan Gardner's one I really think could be an impact.
DJ Moses is in at fullback. And the handoff goes to Logan Lee, and he got nothing. Stood up, and the East calls a timeout. I'm not exactly sure I'm ever taking T-Roy Gaines off the field at fullback.
Hey, fun fact, that was Matthew Holford back in the game with that tackle.
Yeah, Holford there, you look at him, 6 tackles tonight, has been really sharp for the East. Back in the game from injury. This is a critical 3rd down, and it's in the hands of Marcus Dunhill. Buford Van Dam goes in motion out to the left side.
Nobody's on the slot.
And they pick it up, and Dunhill fires down the middle, and is caught. Holford dragged the player Weston back across the line, but the damage was already done, and now with just 1 timeout left, the West could ice it with 1 more first down.
This is a really big play right here. This is a big drive right here. They've got to get something shut down here for the East.
9 in the box. Everybody up for this run. Logan Lee got half of what he needed. And they are 4 yards away from winning this football game. At the end of the day, Mike, the West has just made more big plays in this game than the East. The East has been solid, but the pick in the end zone, the errant throw caught by Henry, the 2 long plays in the first half.
Yeah, it's been blow after blow for the East in this 4th quarter, Cam, and really, again, the West has had a really fully put together game.
Logan Lee did not get the first down. Shouldered down by David Leathers. 3rd and 2.
David Leathers again. Again, making a big play. That's a strong safety hit right there.
Who you got, Rochelle? Who's making the play on 3rd and 2?
Maybe a sack here, Cam.
Ooh, spicy. Who's getting the sack? Let's put some money on it. We'll go TFL too, if that helps.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe Logan Gardner.
Oh, okay.
All right, keep an eye on 61 there from the East in the defensive front. 3rd down and 2. 1:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Moses goes in motion at fullback. The East have to have a stop. Handoff goes to Lee. He does not get it. And wrapped up there by Nathaniel Diggs. Close, Ray. As Chad Stinson with the takedown. I'm looking at the wrong roster. And I'm looking at the wrong player. Danny Stinson.
Yep.
With the takedown.
Danny Stinson.
The East is going to get one last shot at it.
That's a good time, a good moment for you to first show up on the screen. We haven't really heard much out of Danny Stinson all night, but really showing up there on a crucial play, and they're going for it.
They're going for it to ice the game. Are you kidding me?
This is crazy.
4th down and 1. Can they ice it not to give it back to the East on the 38-yard line? Dunhill, Lee did not get it, and the East will take over. Khalil Thomas with the amazing play, and the risk does not pay off.
Wow, Cam. Wow. Look
What
at that
is
play
happening?
there. Khalil Thomas just makes the play of the game here, and the East get the ball back with 22 seconds left. This is unbelievable.
Look, I get it. Hyper aggressive. It's 4th and 1. You just need a yard. The game is over. But now you give it back to the East on the 37-yard line with a chance to tie. No timeouts and 22 seconds left. We just watched an entire SFL season and we never saw that. At the 37.
Watch that 2-on-3 matchup up top.
Lakeman, short throw, picked off and taken back the other way. Garrett Hudson is your game winner.
Wow. Cam, I said it, they only had 2 defenders on 3 receivers up top. And Garrett Hudson, they needed help from the linebacking core in that pass coverage. Garrett Hudson's task was moving over into the quarters coverage and really does a great job. Unbelievable job there by the linebacker. And that is exactly what type of defense wins games and wins championships. These teams are blowing my mind out here. The West just played excellent.
No turnovers tonight in this game, and the East turned the ball over on the last 2 drives, both times in West territory. Kneel down for Marcus Dunhill. Can't wait to look at these final stats. That was an all-star game.
That was unbelievable, Cam. That was unbelievable, I think, and kudos to everybody on the committee for choosing these players, because that was the best rosters, I think the best rosters we could have asked for.
And between the Hail Mary by Chicago, the wildness that we saw in the game last night between Albuquerque and Pittsburgh, and then this photo finish as the West beats the East. The SFL is on fire right now. Here are your statistics tonight. Dunhill and Patak, much more split. Dunhill was 8 of 10, 108, a touchdown, no picks. Ty Patak, 7 for 11, 97 yards. Critical completions for Cochran on 3rd down, but he was just 2 for 3. Lakeman carried the water tonight, 17 of 30 for 246, but the 2 critical interceptions. He was also sacked 4 times. Here's a look at the running splits. Logan Lee, 21 for 102. Moses, 15 for 79. Beletsky had 15 carries for 62. Colin Hart had 5 for 29. Van Dam, 2 for 8. Those are the type of running back splits that you can expect in season 22, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Really good job. Good job by the East and the West by splitting up the carries, and really, I would have loved to see the fullbacks get a little bit more action, but I mean, look at the receiving stats. Wow. Look at that.
Manning, 5 for 94. Percoco, 5 for 52. Hacker, 3 for 20. Weston, 3 for 44. Finnemore, 3 for 55. Spelling, 3 for 45. Sim, 2 for 39. Lee, 2 for 24. Henry, 2 for 16. Irvin, 2 for 33. Roosevelt, 2 for 26. Moses and Boletsky each had a catch out of the backfield. Unbelievable balance there. Great job, Axel Raven and Thomas Paterniti. And then Adrian Blaine led the way. 15 total tackles defensively for Blaine and the East. David Leathers came in with 3 assisted tackles. We had some sacks, 2 from Diggs, 1 from Papatonis. Jackson and Gahn combined for a sack. Gardner and Gray each got in the backfield in their first All-Star game. Strongbow, Ringgold, 2 Sioux Falls Sparrows players combining for 4 passes defended. Davidson with 2. Hudson and Lopez with picks. Let's go around the horn. Ethan Muslin, your player of the game. Who does it belong to tonight?
Well, I gotta give I gotta give commiserations to John Lakeman. He held his own very well against a bevy of all-stars. Those last 2 picks just so heartbreaking to see. I gotta give it to Gabriel Manning, top receiver on the west side, and I gotta give marks to Dunhill. Like, he was near perfect in his stats as quarterback. Look at that, 8 for 10. For Dunhill. Patak with 7 for 11. Great job there from the quarterbacking units. Even though they didn't do a lot of passing, they did a great job moving down the field, but I'm going to give my marks over to Manning.
385 to 347 in total yards. Here's some of the stat breakdown. 62 plays to 57. Both teams a lot of balance tonight. There's your time of possession. No penalties, no turnovers. Rochelle, your player of the game.
I have to go with the dual running backs from the West. They control the game for the most part all night.
Lee and Moses combined for 36 carries, 181 yards. Your player of the game, Mike.
Oh, man. Can I have 2? I think I can have 2. This is an all-star game. First one is gonna be the player of the game at the end. It's Garrett Hudson, man. Garrett Hudson with that crucial interception to end the game, right? I mean, that's a tough task for a linebacker. I mean, you're talking about all-stars on literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions on the depth chart for wide receivers on the opposite side are all all-stars. So Garrett Hudson to come up and make a huge crucial interception like that is massive. But if I'm looking at the entire game, I'm looking at Nathaniel Diggs. Nathaniel Diggs was unbelievable tonight.
Thank you to Thomas Paterniti, head coach of the West, Axel Raven, head coach of the East, Paulie Truth with the uniforms, Jacob Clear constructing the rosters, making sure we didn't have any duplicate numbers tonight, making sure everybody was in their right spots. The selection committee, Rochelle Colston, Stephen Hacker, Skippy Curtis, Yogi Barr, Ron Haynes, Terrell Sutherland. Tonight, your crew, Ethan Muslin, Mike O'Neill, Rochelle Colston, and myself. Wow, what a game. Here's what you can expect from the SFL over the next week. You've got signings coming through across the wire. If you haven't signed yet, make sure to keep an eye out for your contract. And everyone have a wonderful Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everything going on in the next week. When we come back from break, we've got the SFL Combine coming up on the 27th and 28th. You've got the SFL Draft coming up on the 29th and the 30th. You have the SFL Consolation Bracket Final between Nashville and Pittsburgh. And then we've got the SFLN Championship on January 1st, Chicago against that winner. The season's going to be here before you know it on January 12th. From all of us at the SFL, Merry Christmas, have a happy holidays. We'll see you on the other side.